Border Barrels, back for another Beercast. We did miss last week, but hopefully you guys had something tasty. Maybe you can tell us about something. So,
is that to the listeners or to us? I wasn't watching.
Nah, to the listeners, I
Okay.
think. I wasn't looking at the camera, but talking about
Will you be our lucky third caller?
Yes, possibly.
You'll get a beer out of it. Like, we will
Yeah.
send you a beer.
Yeah, if you write us in a question or a comment or something, we will. Well, don't write in. Do it through the speak thing.
The speak thing.
The speak thing.
Use words.
Use words. That'll be fun. But yeah, we're back for another one. We got a couple of beers here. I'm continuing my GABS journey.
I'm staring at you because
Yeah.
I think we hinted at this a few weeks ago. Your journey into the. Well, I'll let you explain what you've got.
Well, yeah, I'll go first. So 6-string Brewing, Quadruple Dark Red IPA from the GABS pack, 14 percentile, and it is 4.1 standard drinks in a 375ml can.
So to you, that's 8.2 because everything's double.
100%.
This is his Supercoach captain.
And also, I pretty much when I was pouring it, it's a little bit darker than red. It could be said.
It's
and
almost black.
Yeah, it's almost black, and it poured like bloody maple syrup. So I haven't had a taste yet. I might just dive in and try not to make too many noises because I did that last time.
Nah, smack those lips. Smack my lips up.
Jesus.
Shouldn't laugh. Like, I think we've mentioned before, notoriously, red IPAs, not Simmo's forte. But when I had this a few weeks ago, I sent in the little message and said, oh, look, I've got a hack. It's once you've nursed this for a bit and it warms up like a stout, it you get a lot more of the flavours and it really sort of mellows out. And because of the 4.1 standard drinks, it gives you a nice little buzz and you are enjoying your afternoon. So don't judge it on your first sip.
I'll work into it. This one, I don't know if we've done this on the pod. Have you guys done that?
This beer?
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I can taste caramel, definitely toffee, chocolate, citrus, pine hops, blah, blah, blah. Nah, it's slick texture. It is smooth, but it is thick. And I wonder, is 6-string Brewing... Oh, no, it is. It'd have to be. Because that's a guitar pick. I was going to say, is that a metal reference, like a 6-string bass?
Yeah.
Because if you're playing a 6-string bass, you were playing metal.
Funnily enough, also, you've just jogged my memory. The first 6-string beer I ever had was a red IPA, and I had it. I was down in Melbourne for a Good Beer Week event, and we were at. I think it was a cider pairing event that Soph and I went to, but we had a little pre-drink that was there, and they had 6-string Brewing, who I'd never heard of, on tap, and it was a red IPA, and I remember thinking, well, I like this style and this brewery a lot. Don't always find their stuff to buy, though. Like, I probably should prioritise it a bit more.
Oh, well, there you go. 100 IBU I just read. So, yeah, that's why my face looked the way it did when it went down in there. Very good. What do you got, Gratz?
Just a little fella today, a 355ml can. So, Stomping Ground Brewery. This is a hazy, sexy, cool, hazy IPA. The little blurb here, chilling deep in a hazy hue. Bright citrus and tropical fruit notes makes this IPA hella juicy and super fresh. It is definitely that. It actually reminds me of their Gipp Street Pale, which I do like, and I had one of those a couple of weeks ago. It reminds me of it feels like it's got that backbone, but then it's got the little bit of juiciness, and it's definitely got that haze to it. Unfortunately, they don't have the hops written on it, which we always like to point out. The hops involved in the brewing process, but we can look up those at some point, I'm sure. Or if you've had this beer before and you're interested, I'm sure you can.
Just quickly, if you're looking for the Hazy Sexy Cool, don't look for Hazy Sexy Cool. Make sure you look for the Hazy IPA, because there are 3 different Hazy Sexy Cools. There's the Hazy IPA, the West Coast IPA, and the Cold IPA, and they sell them from Stomping Ground's website in a mixed 6. So
That's
2
pretty
of
cool.
each.
They are sold out, though, by the looks.
Yeah.
No, that is actually very cool. I actually
so-
only picked this up at Dan Murphy's, so should be available to everybody out there if you have the local Dans in your area.
So, Huddo, I thought where that was leading is if you're looking
don't Google
Yeah,
it.
don't Google it, but it doesn't even give a suggestion. I'm after Hazy Sexy. And
Just
it
press
doesn't.
enter.
Oh.
It's not your work, like.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, it comes
No,
up first.
It did come up, which is... I probably got my safe search on, you know? Who knows?
Mum turned the safe search on.
Yeah, well, she needs to look after me.
But I mean, I do love Stomping Ground. Enjoyed a Stomping Ground pop-up bar a couple of years ago that was randomly just
At the airport.
No, it was in Melbourne. It was just it wasn't quite fed square. It was around that area, just hidden behind something. And we just walked past, and I was like, "What's this?" And it had just opened, and no one was in there. And they had like a bunch of little like tents set up and everything. And
They're good for pop-ups.
Yeah,
they're good for pop-ups. It was Terminal 3.5. They're
Tents.
Hey?
Tents or stomping ground.
Oh, sorry.
tents. Yeah, tents are good for pop-ups.
Sorry. Yeah, no. Stomping ground. I thought there was like Tents Brewing or something that I missed.
Tents.
Yeah.
Tents
So
are great.
Stomping
Balls are
ground.
great for holding water.
But yeah, it was the best because I did a bit of flying around, and every time it was like throughout summer that they would have it between Terminal 3 and Terminal 4 in Melbourne, outside there, and it was great.
Yeah, no, we do like them. Also, a little tidbit about Stomping Ground. I remember when I first sort of really got into my craft beer journey, like absolutely loving their pale ale and wanting to vote for it on the GABS Hottest 100, and I couldn't because Stomping Ground had something to do with actually running the event itself. So they didn't put their own
I do
beer in,
remember
so
something
it
about that.
wasn't a conflict of interest or something like that. But that's no longer the case, and you can vote for Stomping Ground beers now.
Yeah, very
so,
good.
Don't know all the details of that. Sorry if you were trying to be super informed on this podcast, but that's just a little tidbit for you. But no, Stomping Ground Hazy, Sexy Cool, Hazy IPA. This one, you can go over to Dan's and grab that, or as Huddo mentioned, look for the pack online, but not the
Yeah, it's
Stomping
at
Ground
Oddest
website.
Promise. I just saw just in a quick search.
Nice.
I'm just looking because Simmo's 100 IBU. I just googled like what is the highest IBU, and it's the highest IBU if the basic scale maxes out at 120. There's a graphic here that only goes up to 80. Oh, sorry, 90.
Yeah, and as well, if anyone is an avid podcast listener and can rewind a bunch of times and be like, I don't like bitter. I really don't like bitter. Bitter's not what I'm about. But anyway, and this is 100
You're bitter
IBU.
bitter about bitter.
Bitter about bitter. What do you got, Hud?
I haven't even tried mine yet. It is from Gweilo from Hong Kong.
Gualo.
Which we tried their Choco Mite at GABS.
Choco mate.
I bought a few cans from Perth. I did an order from a bottle shop in Perth. So they're actually distributed by Rocky Ridge Brewing in WA, in Australia, but they are brewed. Sorry, what's he say? Brewed and distributed in Australia by Rocky Ridge Brewing.
Okay.
But Gweilo is from Hong Kong. What's it say? Gweilo is Cantonese term meaning ghost chap.
What about
Ghost
chap?
It's hilarious.
Cantonese slang term used to describe foreign settlers in Canton in the 16th century. Affectionate slang term used to describe foreigners in Hong Kong. So I wonder if they're like Aussies that live in Hong Kong now.
Check out
And have
these
started
ghost
a
chaps.
brewery.
Yeah, maybe.
We're a bunch of ghost chaps.
Oh, well.
Anyway, this is a Neapolitan ice cream sour.
Nice. Is it good?
I haven't tried it yet.
All right.
IBU 10.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
I like
Someone wants
those.
to do a
I like
swap.
that number.
So I was thinking too late for swapsies.
5.2%. So I'll have a taste and then I'll read the blurb.
Yeah, while you're having a taste, I had a taste of mine just before, like my second sip, and I had tears welling. It was so bitter. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because it tastes like Neapolitan.
Oh, God.
But it does have that sour kind of fruitiness to it, which is odd. It's a weird clash of flavours, but like it's tasty.
It can't be any weirder than the Choco Mite that you've already referenced.
Nah, because the Choco Mite was essentially just a chocolate beer, but it smelt like Vegemite. Like
Yeah,
in
it
terms of
didn't really
flavours, there was no Vegemite. But it is 5.2%, so it is a little bit heavier. It's 1.5 standard drink. So I reckon if this was a 1 standard drink, it might be gross.
Yep.
What's it say? Neapolitan ice cream sour is inspired by the classic gelato trio served the world over. Chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry combine on a lightly kettle-soured base in this super tasty brew. Did you keep them separate or mix them up?
What do you mean?
Was that an option?
Oh, yeah, is that...
I also
the
noticed...
can's got 3 colours. Do you have to cut it and then, like...
Yeah, you cut the can in half.
Or you pour it to the first one and it's strawberry and the next is vanilla.
Imagine if that was a thing.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Hey, which brewery did the cans?
Urban do like the... I don't know, it's Twist series or something, but it's like a big can. It looks like the size of a Mount Culture, like half litre. But if you twist it and it's 2 little cans, and it's like an orange beer and a chocolate beer or something. Then you try them separate and then you combine them.
Yeah, right.
It's a pretty cool idea.
That's
They weren't for me, but they're not a bad idea.
That's a cool idea, and also another good beer week story. I think it was Neapolitan Brewery. I was at the top of my head. At an event we went to once, there was a botanical saison, and they actually gave you a little shot glass of gin
Yeah.
with your saison.
Yeah, right. Well,
And
that was the botanical
They
part.
didn't give me enough instructions, and I wasn't sure if I was meant to go sip for sip or just put the gin in the beer.
Yeah.
So I did both, basically.
Yeah, well, there you
So
go.
I was doing sip for sip, thinking, I guess, and then I put it in, and it became this strange animal. And then all I remember from the rest of that night is the next morning I had a selfie from an elevator.
Okay.
So obviously it sent me.
Yeah, so it worked.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it,
It
did,
wasn't
it
gin.
worked.
I was feeling
it was
very
root-
botanical.
It was liquid rooty.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, very good. They do that a lot in the States. They're like, oh, they have
Liquid
some beers,
roofies.
and they're like, oh yeah. Well,
Do it
they
a lot in
probably
the
do.
States.
Slipping him a Mickey.
Didn't they make a movie about it, Hangover?
Yeah, well, that's
Well.
right.
I think I say Limitless with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, it's something I don't
Bradley
understand.
Cooper's in all the pill movies.
You're having sitting there having beers, and then people are like,
Is
oh,
he in the
can we
next
get a
Matrix?
shot as well? Anyway,
Sorry.
I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, sorry.
That
No.
would be good.
Yeah,
we,
well,
had, we had jokes.
just as long as they do it off camera.
We'll probably get more viewers.
Jesus.
Would we?
Well, that coming up. We'll see how we go.
Coming up
Now-
after the break.
As far as beer news, what do we find out? I know we've got one that we have tried and tested recently from Bridge Road.
Oh, yeah. Well, just a quick, I just Googled beer news, which is pretty good. Ecuadorian scientist discovers 400-year-old yeast said to be key to Latin America's oldest beer.
That's the science we can get behind.
An Ecuadorian bioengineer has found the fungus of fortune, a 400-year-old yeast he has used to make what is believed to be Latin America's oldest beer. Yeah. He took it from a splinter of wood.
So,
What science, bitch?
yeah, like
So
was
good.
he looking for it or what happened?
I don't know. The bioengineer found a barrel from the old brewery
Oh, I
in
see.
2008.
That makes more
The
sense.
the yeast is believed to be key to uncovering a formula first brewed in 1566. There is no planned launch date or price for the beer.
I thought he was just looking through a shed or something, going, "I wonder if there's beer yeast in here." Surely,
This looks
We
like
just found an old pallet.
This is
yeah.
a yeasty area. But closer to home, Cooper's has gone through a beer rebranding. So new look packaging for its ales and stouts and a new long neck. And eagle-eyed viewers here will notice that is the new label in comparison to the old label, which is essentially the same except
zoomed in.
larger.
Well, I don't know. I think it would have been a bit of a risk going away from it because it is pretty iconic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love that. It's like, so it says commissioned from design agency Cowan. So Cowan have basically been paid what I assume stupidly high amount of money
Yeah.
to go, why don't we just zoom in on what you've already got?
No. Well, don't say that. Now we start a design company.
Oh,
Don't say
yeah,
anything
we'll just
nice.
zoom in on everything.
Yeah, so we'll call it zoom in, bloody
Zoom in
zoom in.
design.
Zoom.
But have you noticed
Zoom
that
in design. Zid.
most logos these days are minimalist? So you do see
Yeah.
these design companies are going, just put a capital L on it.
Well, it's a great segue into what Si mentioned about Bridge Road's new IPA series, because their design on the new can is minimalist.
Capital letters.
And the design company is laughing in the face of Bridge Road, I believe. Because you look at it and you're like, he basically just typed it out in Microsoft Word, collected the check, and Bridge Road were like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, well, maybe they
Not
did.
for
up-
me, but-
that, yeah, the beer was excellent, but
Yeah,
the
it was
can
really
the
good.
can art, I would say.
Where
is
does it
probably-
rate for you guys? I haven't had it yet. You guys
Beer?
have. Does
Oh,
it
it's-
rate out of all their series? I think we agreed the last one was nearly the best one, didn't we?
Out of all the Neds, the best Ned that you had is a very distant second to this.
That good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's way better.
I would say that the Sky, what is it, Sky Volume 1 IPA, it's the best. Oh, Eggstar is the best Bridge Road.
I reckon
beer.
this is better than Exeter, but Exeter's like their best
Yeah,
core.
yeah,
This is
yeah. It's the best beer they've done.
Okay.
Straight
New
up.
Sky. New Sky IPA Volume 1. It's a double California IPA. and it has Cashmere, Azaka, Eldorado, Columbus, and Magnum hops.
Yeah, which got me very excited when I saw the hop list because I don't know too much about them, but I did recognize those to be mostly American hops. So very excited about that. But yeah, that's an absolute ripper.
It's so weird if you Google hops, like Cashmere hops, a cross between Cascade and Northern Brewer, released by Washington State University in 2013.
Yeah.
Like it's released like a book would be.
Yeah, and it's, yeah.
Upcoming.
More
Check
science.
out the release date for Cashmere.
I guess it makes sense with all the different tastes coming through in beers because it's like, I think we assume that they've just found these, but it's like, nah, a lot of them have been manufactured.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it's probably the same with like all plants. So hey, like
Yeah.
they're
Well,
whether the environment has manufactured them into what they are now or whatever it is. Like I wonder what the original hop was.
yeah.
Like it's just like this, like the flower or the pellet or whatever you want to call it, whatever it's actually
It's
called.
in its pellet form somehow.
Yeah, like it's
It skipped the flower form.
yeah, dual purpose. Yeah, I don't know. Original hop.
It's an original hop.
What is the original hop?
Humulus lupulus, a member of the hops. This is just hops. History. The first documented hop cultivation was in 736 in the Hallertau region of present-day Germany, although the first mention of the use of hops in brewing in that country was 1079. I guess the first hop was just hops.
It was just hop. Hop
It's like,
one.
here's hops.
Think about all the trial and error to get to where we are now with just everything in life, but just beer in particular. To know how to do things with the hops, or have you seen as well when they do, have you guys done the where you
Holy
actually
fuck.
you get the hop and then you like rub your hands together
Yeah.
and then smell?
Yeah.
Like the first person that ever used hops didn't just do that.
No.
It just happened by accident.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like, I've got
right.
all these hops on my hands. Hey, it smells good.
Well, I mean, I've seen, to reference Bridge Road again, when we're at the, what was it? The High Hop Festival, something?
High Country Hop
High
Festival.
Country Hop Festival.
There you go. They had some hops hanging on their stand, and you could smell them without even touching them. And it was a very, very lovely smell.
If you heard Hudson react to something, you just got the UFC on in the background and
But
someone...
it was reacting. Look at the size of that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
no.
no wonder he knocked him out. He'd knock out a fucking truck.
No, I was going
Yeah.
to say that the way that old mate just hit the deck is, I think, what Simmo's going to be doing when he finishes his big 4.1%
Like-
quadruple red IPA.
I don't love seeing people get knocked out. Like, I love the violence of it because, I don't know.
There's a
just
soundbite. Just that.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't... Like, if there was a way that could happen without negatively affecting that dude's brain, that'd be ideal.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like,
I know what
that's
you mean.
in... Like, he's out from the moment his fist touches his head. Like, he just folds. He's just like, goodbye.
And
Good night, sweet prince.
But yeah, you've just actually made mention of something very interesting. In America, I don't know if in Australia we have this, but the virtual reality places you can go to now and actually you're doing a game.
Yeah.
And that's all you see. And like someone was going on about, they went with their family and their daughter was just like kept stabbing them and killing them in this game. And like you sort of feel it on your stomach because it's like 4-dimensional, but
Oh,
like
like
it's
those-
not pain.
Like haptic suits, they call them.
Yeah. But like, could you could replicate, you want to get knocked out by a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
So like, you just do it in the video game, but you might just feel your head sort of just move a little bit. Just, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this is, we're drinking beer in real life.
Yeah, I
should
know.
probably mention,
But
this is
the
another podcast.
I know. I did have one question
Oh,
from
that's
that.
Kamara Usman's brother.
Yeah, that makes sense because I was like, he kind of looks like that guy, but he's like 10 times bigger. I did
Yeah.
have a question from that little rant there, Gratz. Did they take the daughter to counselling or anything
Yeah,
after
it's
that
like, why
event?
is she only stabbing
Yeah,
us?
like why, you know.
has
Oh,
to
no,
be-
because you're against one another.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think it was zombie pirates, I think.
Yeah,
was what I
okay.
heard. Yeah, so someone was a zombie and someone was a pirate, and you're basically having a sword fight, and that's just, yeah, but you're in this suit, and that's all you're seeing.
Zombie
So,
Pirate IPA. That'd be a good one.
so what's it? Tent Brewing Zombie Pirate IPA.
Yes, I think so. Yes, Google that
Well,
one.
someone will steal that now.
Surely. Because it was so good.
There's a zombie pirate pale ale by Slow Boat Brewery.
Oh, that was from 2014 though, so I reckon, is there a statute of limitations?
Yeah, maybe.
So all right, Simon, before we finish off,
Is
you've
there a
had-
statue of limitations?
is that what it is?
No, that's statute. But I'd just love to see what what would it be?
I said
If
statute.
you were to, did you?
I definitely said statute.
Oh, that's okay.
But
That's
no,
hilarious.
I'm not judging you for it. I'm just saying, what would a
Please do.
statute of limitations look like?
I'll tell you what.
It'd be like Zach trying to do math.
That statue.
I'm very limited.
I'm so limited.
The statue of Cristiano Ronaldo.
yeah,
that was the statue of
That was the limitations of that person's skill.
The limitation for that person was that they were blind.
For those that haven't seen it, look up Cristiano Ronaldo
Braille statue.
statue, and it is a shocker. It could be anyone.
You know, the worst thing is it's
Definitely
like in his
anyone.
hometown and everything.
Yeah. Oh, like that could be anyone.
The dimensions aren't even like. Why is that eye? Is that a stroke?
It could be Roy Keane. It could be Roy Kent. It could be anyone. What a cracker.
So,
Alright. Well, it
please
might-
give us your final word. You've had about 4 or 5 sips now?
Yeah, I'll have another one.
I'm proud of you for giving it a go.
I feel like the bloke that just hit the deck every time I drink it. That's what it feels like. God, he's a big dude. All right, that'll do for another week.
We'll be,
Yeah.
We'll be back with some more fun and games and beers.
Yeah,
and
we will,
A
but
question. I'm going to make someone send us a question.
Yeah, send it and you get a beer. That's what you get. That's what
We'll
you get
take
in
him to
return.
the zombie pirate game and hold him at knife point until they
Exactly.
call in.
Yeah, the pop-up tent section.